There he goes. Are you able to hear my clicks?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, good.
Eye contact game. Eye contact game.
So start with the eye contact game. And then I touch the handle, and then I jiggle the handle. So obviously your dog's not going to get through all these steps in the first session. Or I should say it's not likely. Some may, but so I give the release cue, then I toss a treat through so that his focus is down on the floor. And as soon as he's eating the food, I click and bring him back into me. So that starts to teach the reorient to me after he goes through the door. So I say go through, and then I toss the food, and I click when he eats it to get him. After he eats it, I wait for the reorient, and I click that, and he comes back through the door. So that time I started moving as he moved.
So the click comes after he's eaten as he's turning around.
Correct. So see, the moment he turns his head is what I'm clicking on. And so then the last step would be he goes through, he spins around, he sits. That's that one. Any questions on that one? All right, so I have one more that I didn't have video of, which was greeting people. I'm just going to leave that for the website. If you have questions about that, just let me know. We're running. I had this when I went through this at home. It took me about an hour and a half. And here we are after 2 hours. So I just want to end with self-control is hard. It's very hard for dogs. And as I said, it's hard for people, it's hard for dogs, but everything we're looking for is contrary to what their natural, normal behavior is. And so we have to give them some grace in learning this to teach them. They're not robots, they have off days. Dealing with a dog that loses his mind is hard, and they might embarrass you, they might hurt you accidentally, they're for sure going to frustrate you. And so just remember that if you're frustrated or hurt or having a bad day, that's not the time to work on training. You're in management mode, you're in damage control mode at that point. So distance is your friend. Move the dog away from the situation. Work on it at a different time when you're both in a better frame of mind. And if you're both over threshold, you're not thinking. And so I want to show you, this is my website. Oh, there's self-control is hard. Dog jumping out of a car window, eating a cookie out of the baby's mouth.
So your website is,
The website is here,
okay,
and it's raisingageniuspuppy.com.
and this is where all this is going to be.
Correct. All the checkoff sheets, step by step, is on there with links to the videos that I showed.
This was great.
Yeah, this is very good.
Oh, really?
This is what the top of each web page looks like, and where you want to look is training checklists. So it's where it's circled there. So if you click on training checklists and scroll down a little bit, there's a whole bunch of training checklists on there. Some of them are complete start to finish. Most of the ones that are on there are just for my reference, and it's basically the steps without a whole lot of how-to, because it's just for me to walk through stuff I already know. But I'm slowly working on adding more and more. There's loose leash walking and there's healing on there as a start to finish with how-to information. So you can check that out as well.
Title tracking pages?
What?
Title tracking pages? This is, I know it's not.
Yeah, that's if for multiple sports on there, if you want to track what titles your dogs have gotten so far and keep track of what cues they have. I've created pages for that.
Yeah, right, because I had developed a spreadsheet for when I was working on a mock.
Yeah. And they may be outdated because it's been a while, quite a while since I've done that. I did that for my Malinois, so 16 years ago.
So maybe I'll need it again.
Yeah, I know some of the sports have added other extra layers or levels.
Yeah, yes,
And
yes.
so some it's probably outdated. It'll get you started.
I keep my training sessions very short because I have a very short
Uh-huh.
attention span. So how can I read that my dog is not necessarily when it fails, but when I'm beginning to lose, it's a 10.
Right.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do I know when my dog is at their training limit? And you can look for things like loss of focus. So if normally when you're working with them, they're able to focus on you and the task at hand, and all of a sudden they're sniffing the floor and they're looking over there, and you're having to call them a lot to get their attention back, it's too long. And so you can, if you do that and you figure out the timing on that, then you can kind of have a baseline of when that starts to happen, and then just keep your sessions a little bit shorter than that.
I saw the map.
Any other questions?
That was one of the first things I caught.
All right, thank you very much.
Because you can't get your dog to stay in